Hey, Angel, Rashad Milligan rolling out.
It's a good question.
Okay, X's Rashad question.
Hey, Rashad.
Because are you lifting or are you just gonna shower? Yeah.
Right here. You got Kirsten Bell back tonight. What did you see from her tonight? That was encouraging. She had some really good minutes for you at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, not really a surprise. She's been working her way back in. She's been in the gym. She's always been a very good cutter. We know she has the ability to shoot the three, so I thought really solid start for her, coming off a long injury. She's been waiting a long time for that moment, so I was happy for her.
Becky, you guys start 6-6. I think it was after that game against Liberty. You said that Chelsea wasn't going to fix all the issues you guys were having. Obviously, she's made a big impact, but now you've brought it off 6 straight. What do you think has been kind of some of the biggest changes and differences in your team since then?
I mean, maybe I lied. Maybe she does fix all her problems. I don't know. No, I mean, even leading up to that, I thought you saw moments, of us kind of playing the way we want to play. What Chelsea brings is just that stabling factor. So in those moments where the game kind of teeters in the balance, she's been that consistency and that confidence and that calm in those moments to where we're able to, for me, the biggest thing has just been on the defensive end. We're playing defense. We're locking down people, we're digging in, we're getting a stance, we're getting more physicality, we're getting kind of our mojo back on defense. And then that's when you kind of see them getting out in transition and the full court passes and this and that. Everybody eats when we play defense. So, Chelsea, obviously, she gets you some easy ones, which basketball's a confidence game. And so it just builds confidence in the group.
Becky, and 2 questions if possible. A lot of people may talk about the final margin of victory, but 10 lead changes in that first 10 minutes. How much of that is a factor of you guys, of these 2 groups, seeing each other for the second time in 6 days?
Well, I mean, they're a good team. They run a 30 and a quarter, well on us one time, and they had 28 and then they had 30 the other night against LA in the fourth. So they can score a lot of points, they can get hot. So you got to withstand the hit. And sometimes you're not just gonna blow people out, 25-4 a lot of times in the first quarter, like you're gonna get exchanged. What's really hard is to maintain that really great level. That's what we've been chasing this whole time, is you would see spurts of it, but maintaining that greatness throughout the course of a game. That's really the ultimate goal. You're not gonna throw a knockout punch in the first quarter. Most nights you want to be consistently good at those little details, the physicality, the pickup points, communication, all the things that we do defensively. If we're solid there, I like us. When we're not, I think we're very beatable.
And Cassandra talked about the return of Kirsten Bell, but first time at full strength for this group, and then it turns in 31 assists on 38 made field goals. I'm wondering what's your assessment of the trust factor right now?
Well, that was probably my favorite stat of the night, was the 31 assists. Balls popping, they were sharing, moving it, but it really, like I said, the defense is what allows us to get out in space and get some easy ones, in transition. Those are easy assists and they're easy layups, easy points. So those really help you a lot. Not only that, it just changes the energy in the building. So, that team was very committed the other night, I thought, to taking KP and Asia away. And, tonight I just thought they just played the right way. They saw 2, they moved it, real simple basketball.
Coach, I'm gonna use your guys' word, mudita. It seems as though everybody is smiling, having fun. From a coach's perspective, how refreshing is that to see?
Well, I think they're always like smiling. I mean, maybe it's not Chelsea great, but winning sure does help. Like I said, it's not fun to suck. So we're playing better. We got happier players. We're getting kind of our mojo back. I feel that's a mojo, modita, whatever you want to call it. We're starting to feel, comfortable and good about what we're doing, and the trust is going up, because the trust was really the thing on the defensive end. But what makes us a good team is, on any given night, it's a little bit of a pick your poison. What our job is as coaches and as players is to play the right way and always hold them to that standard. I don't care if we're up by 30, 15, you know, we want to play the right way and play the game the way it's supposed to be played.
We'll jump to Zoom, Willie, and then Matthew.
Becky, when you got here 2.5 seasons ago, or since then, KP has always sort of mentioned different aspects of her game she's been proud of. I know when you got here, you said you wanted her to feel like she could shoot whenever. Last year, when her offense was questioned, you pointed out how improved she was on defense. At this point in this season, what are you most proud of with KP in terms of her game and how she's gradually brought along?
You know, I think with her, it's just a matter of time. I mean, she wasn't shooting it particularly well at the beginning of the year. She kind of started out that way last year. You just know at the end of the day, I trust her work, you know. I know she works. I know that worm is gonna turn. I was just want her taking good ones, you know. And she does. When her shot selection, the way she distributes, the way she's seeing, she brings a lot of different factors for screening that really help us. But I think a lot of teams anymore, they want to keep her in front because when she gets into the paint, she's just deadly with either paint and sprays or the ability to finish. So she's finding her spots on just catch and shoot threes, like they short close a little bit. And I told her, you know, catch and shoot threes are there because people don't want you to get downhill into the paint because then we get a horse shot on the other side. So I thought she's done a great job these last few games of just picking her spots. She hasn't forced anything. Everything's kind of come in the flow and she's making the right read. She's getting us her teammates a lot of open looks. She's just playing the game. That's it. She's just playing the game.
Last
Thank
two,
you.
Matthew, and then Nikias. Then we got Jackie coming in.
Becky, I sort of want to jump off that question about KP. You talked a little bit about for her rim reads are so important, right? Because she gets downhill so quickly, she collapses the defense. How much do you feel like she's grown in that ability to make those reads when she gets to the basket from when you first arrived to where you're at now, especially during that time when you didn't have Chelsea and she had to play a little more point guard?
Yeah, I mean, it's become such an important part of her game. She has the ball a lot. She gets it on the second side. She gets downhill. She gets to attack closeouts. If they short close, that's becoming a problem too for defenses because now she's doing that catch and shoot three. She gets it off quick. She's accurate. You know, like I said, she's just reading defense. You short close, she's shooting it. You close out long on her. She's driving it and she's making good decisions at the rim. Her rim reads, though, from when I got here, she's been pretty good. She's worked really hard on it. It's become a really, both her and Jack, you know, our players that get downhill. You know, if I call a pick and roll or I call a play, it's not necessarily for you to shoot the ball. It's what I'm saying is I trust you to make a decision with the ball, whatever that is. It might be you, it might be your teammate. But what we're starting to see is we got a lot of trustworthy hands out there that are just making the right decisions.
Nikias, we got last one. We do have a flight tonight, so we're keeping it a little shorter tonight.
I got you. Two quick ones then from me. Coach, obviously, since Chelsea is obviously back, but you still have Jackie and Kelsey initiating a bunch. How much of a luxury is it to have Chelsea as that second side option?
I mean, you can put her on whatever side she's gonna hurt the defense. She's just too good at making basketball plays, making basketball reads. She becomes a passer. Obviously, we know she's a deadly shooter. She's just getting back, really getting her feel, finding her spots. But the ability for anybody to bring it, and that's pretty much includes Asia too, just gives us another element of and another way of putting pressure on the rim, putting pressure on the defense because we're playing faster when we're playing in space. And any of them, you know, they're just really difficult to guard one-on-one. You can't really guard them one-on-one. And then when they're all committed to making the right decision when they see to, puts a lot of pressure on your defense. So Chelsea, KP, Jackie, they're all very good on that second and third side. And they're all, with the exception of tonight, most of the time they take very good care of the ball. We didn't take care of the ball very well tonight, but that's abnormal for us. Most of the time they're they're really good with taking care of it.
Got you. And then if I can ask about a play very quickly, midway through the third, it was Kelsey off a stagger, Tiffany Hayes clears to the opposite wing. And you had Kelsey setting the back screen for Asia. It was almost like a lob play. Was that a Becky special, or did you gain inspiration from someone on that play call?
Just made it up, Nakai's. Just made it up.
There we go.
Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It was kind of a stack action though, out of an away action, and I just cleared out the corner. Because they were helping and sinking so much with, we call it shake action, where they take rollers, you shake out of the corner. I didn't want any shake action. I just wanted the defender out, so I just had to clear out to the other side.
Got you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Becky.
Jackie, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Angel, Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Can't educate X's Rashad question.
Hey, Rashad.